Randy, I'm talking to the one person who's really excited about the heat building back in. Renee Lucas from LCS Heating and Cooling is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for taking the time to be here. If you've walked through this building at all, you hit spots that make you instantly sweat, and the other spots make you instantly start shivering. That's not uncommon in houses too, right?
Oh, it's so common. That is our biggest complaint that we get, especially it's hot upstairs and it's cold downstairs. And so there are some solutions out there. It's just that every solution is not right for every home.
Okay. So if someone's Googling solutions for this and they may see something, it may not, what was the size of the house, maybe the architecture, or
That's part of it, but it's really how the ductwork was laid out.
Okay.
So it goes all the way back to when the house was originally built.
Mm-hmm. So what's out there product-wise that people could consider for their own home?
Okay, so there's a couple of different things. So first of all, the biggest one that we've said is hot upstairs, cold downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the attic, there's a lot of heat
Yeah.
that accumulates up there. And so some people don't even realize it can be 120, 130, 140 degrees in your attic. So this is not a true fix, but it really helps that temperature swing between the upstairs and downstairs if you have a solar-powered attic fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so what that does is it removes that excess heat from the attic, and then it runs based on a controller. So if it hits a certain temperature or a certain humidity level in the attic, it kicks on, assuming the sun is out.
Sure.
And then removes that heat, which takes that heat load off of the upstairs.
But it's pretty hands-free, right? I mean, it takes care of itself.
It totally does. And the great thing about it, because it's solar, once you get it installed, there's no cost to run it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's
a
an
great
advantage
option.
over having a powered.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We have ridiculous heat in our attic. We've actually been having our attic changed around so we can put some storage in it. And the workman didn't want to interrupt my family because everybody's home right now.
Right.
And he shut the door in the attic. He was in there all through this. I just kept doing wellness checks on him to make sure.
Yeah.
Anytime the hammering stopped. But that's a great. And it's a quiet solution too, right?
It really is. It really is. So you have the controller, so you know what's going on with it, but it's up there doing its own thing.
All right. What else?
Yeah. So zoning, that's a big one. So zoning is a true fix for your hot upstairs, cold downstairs problem. So as you can see here, what zoning does is it divides your houses into zones. So for example, if we take an upstairs and a downstairs, that's two zones that we would divide the house into. So each level has its own thermostat. So then you can truly control each level. If you want it to be 70 degrees in one spot and 72 in another, for example.
Makes sense. Yeah. Okay. What else?
So a mini split, a ductless mini split. So this is actually a unit that gets installed. It's an outdoor unit and an indoor unit. The difference is it doesn't require ductwork that runs all throughout your home like a traditional furnace and air conditioner system does.
Okay.
But what it does is it's great to heat and cool a specific space.
Gotcha.
So say you have a sunroom, a 3 seasons room that you want to turn into a 4 seasons room, a large master bedroom, maybe a bonus room, one of those rooms above a garage. So if you have a temperature swing in a specific room, so maybe it's not across the whole floor, but a specific room, a unit like this might be a really good option for you.
I think I've seen these in I've seen them in seasonal homes, like cabins, cottages, and maybe even some historical homes.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're a great solution because they don't require that ductwork.
Right.
So running new ductwork can be very invasive.
Sure.
You're tearing into walls and things like that. And so this is one of those solutions. It's very efficient. They're very quiet. And so, you know, we have one in our sunroom, and the outdoor unit sits right outside the sunroom, and you can't hear it run.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's great.
Fantastic.
And lastly, quickly, how critical is thermostat placement?
You know, it is very important because if you have a thermostat that's on one end of the house rather than, you know, centrally located, or the proximity to the furnace, that can play a role. People often ask us, hey, can we just take our thermostat and move it upstairs because our upstairs is so hot? I mean, you can in some situations, but that's not going to help because the system's just going to run more and more to meet that temperature upstairs, but it's going to make it really cold then in the summer, for example, downstairs. So that's really not a great solution. There are thermostats out there that have sensors that can be placed throughout the home, and it kind of averages together.
Okay.
So, you know, if it's 70 downstairs and 78 upstairs, you can get some sensors, and it might average it to more of a 74.
Yeah.
So that's another solution, not necessarily a fix, but a solution.
And get the kids to close the front door. We're not cooling the whole neighborhood.
That's right.
Come on,
That's
Duncan.
right.
LCSheatingandcooling.com. We'll put the link on IndyStyle.tv. Renee Lucas, good to see you in person, too.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
It's wonderful to be
Our
here.
pleasure.